Alright, welcome to a new video on steel and metal fabrication. Today, we're talking about welding on beams, specifically welding studs onto beams. In principle, well, you just place the stud on and weld it down. And if I do that right here in the middle, directly over the web, it's actually a pretty simple affair. But first, let's ask ourselves, where exactly do we connect our ground on a beam like this? We want to weld on the top flames. So let's say this piece is sitting somewhere in a ceiling. Rebar and concrete will go on top. And we need to weld a stud, either in the middle or one on the right and one on the left. And as we know, the current always takes the path of least resistance. The current always flows along the path of least resistance, and it creates a magnetic field, an arc blow. With an I-beam, we always do it like this. We attach one ground clamp to the bottom right of the web, and another one on the other side, on the left, at the end of the beam. When we weld on the top flange, the current will flow into the beam and then down through the middle via the web. Alright, if we want to weld a stud right in the center of the top flange, then in principle that's no problem. The current flows through the web, goes through our stud. It shouldn't be an issue. We need to make sure that the gun, because the gun itself, the cables, the ground cables, the welding cable, they all create a magnetic field, is always aligned with the length of the web. Then we weld it on and twist it off clockwise. And we can already see the weld collar is completely closed all the way around. It's shiny, everything looks good. Okay, but now for a complicating factor. It's often the case that we have to weld on the edges. One stud on the right, one stud on the left. So how do we do that? Let's go ahead and weld one. But yeah. Knock it off. All right, and if we take a look at this now, we can already see we had some extreme arc blow. And here on the edge, the weld collar is enclosed. So the stud, the weld, it's not good. So how can we fix this? There are two options, or rather, you should consider both options. First, we can attach an additional ground piece. You can use a clamp or just hold it in place and attach another ground right here on the outside. And by doing that, we increase the surface area where the arc, or the magnetic field of the arc, can expand. I'll show you right now. To do that, we'll place the gun so that the cable loop always goes over the beam. That means if I'm welding on this side, the cable loop points that way. If I'm welding on the other side, then the cable loop points that way. All right, now let's place this here. You could also build a jig to make this work better. All right, now if we knock this one off, we can see a completely closed weld collar. And that's how it should be. Yeah, so that's it on the topic of welding on beams and avoiding arc blow. And if you have any more questions, you know the drill. what.KÖCO.net. Or just give us a call and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.